What is going on YouTube? It is your buddy B-Dog, and I'm back with some more Symphony of the Night. So, this episode, we're going to be heading toward the underground cavern, making our way through there, collecting all the items, try to get as much done as I can within this recording. We'll have to see what we get, and we'll just hop right to it, right? Alrighty with the rings. Ooh. Alright, let's go. So, before I showed you where the underground caverns were, if you remember back in previous episodes, so that's where we're going to be heading. And we'll be more than likely fighting Scylla down there. And a little mini boss type fight, which is pretty easy. And if you've been following along with this video, you should be pretty decently strong enough to beat Scylla pretty easily. But she does have a lot of crazy attacks and things that it's hard to dodge. So there is a little way that I like to beat her, but it's kind of a harder way to do it, and you do take some damage. Basically, there's a little opening behind her, and if you go behind her, you can just kind of spam your attacks until she dies. But you will probably end up taking damage while you're there. But going through here, we got the extended mist form now, or power of mist as it's called in this game. So we're going to go ahead and use that to try to get behind her and just spam attacks until she dies. And it should be pretty easily. Yeah, shouldn't take too long, hopefully. But there's another way I wanted to take, which I was supposed to go up that way first. So, I mean, we could probably go up that way first because, yeah, we'll do that one. So, I know I keep saying that we're going to go to the underground cavern, but I already had this area picked up here ahead, which I'm wasting time running here because I could have just kind of used a teleporter and got right back up to where I was, but I didn't realize that that was what I said I was going to do in the last video, because I remember saying that I was going to go do that little area first before I go down there, and I just remembered. So apologies with that. I do apologize for that. But hey, we're not all perfect, right? Nobody's perfect, no matter how much they think they are or how much they say they are. So just going to go ahead and head to that area and try to get that area clear. The boss fight up there is kind of cool, which we gotta wait for this clock to change, so it'll open up that. Woohoo! There we go. Don't know if that trick actually works, but it kind of did work there, so I don't know if it's an actual thing or if the clock just moved. I did not pay any attention. You will get pretty quick at doing that. The only downside to the mist is it uses a lot more magic than the bat does. You see it's like slowly kind of ticking there. If we were in the mist form, it would use a little bit more. But we're going to head up this way. This is the area I was talking about that I was going to do, but I totally forgot. And you can get this once you get the bat and the gravity boost. It's about the only way you can access this area. So that's why we're kind of doing it now. We kind of collected all the items in the order that you're kind of supposed to, as far as I can remember. Give me my axes back, thank you. Alright, so now we're up in this area here. Let me see if this sword's any better. I can't remember. Nope, it's one less damage. So we're not going to worry about that. So we got an area down below here. But we're going to go straight over this area first. And get the items over here before we do... Ooh, that was close. I would have been so mad if I lost them. But over here is the boss fight, so I'm going to just go ahead and knock this out real quick. This boss fight is a little bit more of a pain. His laser beam attacks and stuff, like, they hurt if they hit you. They definitely, most certainly hurt. So, I believe he does fire damage, but it could be something else. It might be holy or dark. So, I'm just going to pop all this because I don't know which one he is, per se. And I can't go to the library and look because I don't have him unlocked yet because I've never fought him. So, I'm just going to pop those three and hope for the best. All right. Okay, so that was the first stage. And then he turns into this giant thing here. Okay. I'm completely choking. Let's just go ahead and hit him with this. Oh, he went the opposite direction. Oh, of course. Let's get that damage on with that move. As you see, he's only doing 1 damage to me. The jewel knuckles are kind of useless against this guy. But his weak spot is his head, if you haven't noticed that either. Okay, bud. Okay. So just to be on the safe side, we're going to go ahead and use the fairy card because for some reason, this guy There we go. He was a little bit harder than I remember. But yeah, he has some crazy attacks. But I just put the fairy on because I do have a life apple, so in case he did manage to kill me, I would get rezzed. But I was close to death there. His attacks are kind of crazy. I mean, if you ain't like playing this like me, I guess you could use a shield and block his fireballs, but you can't block his attack that he shoots like at laser and then it hits the ground and makes an explosion. You can't block that, but you can block his fireballs with a shield. I just refuse to use a shield. So I probably didn't have to take that much damage, but it's okay. We instantly get a life max and, you know, we're pretty good. So we ain't gonna have no problems like that against any of the other bosses. Well, wouldn't say that. Not until we get the sword that I want. Now, if we get that sword, then we're going to just walk through these bosses so quick, and it's going to make this game seem like a joke. But all right, so again, we need to clear out this entire map here. So let's go back up and go over this way, and let's just do the bat charge for the funs of it. So we're going to try to get all those blue areas cleared. There's a save point here, which I should have probably used it just in case I did die and I didn't have a life apple. Basically, that was a dumb call on my part too, because when he was using a fireball, I could have just turned into a mist and flew behind him, as you see me do a couple of times there, instead of just trying to like attack each of the fireballs. Because yeah, so just learn from my mistakes. You see me do the mist, so use that trick. Don't actually fight him the way I did. Hey, the sword familiar. We finally got my favorite familiar.
Are you worthy to wield me?
Not yet, but once you get a high enough level, I will be. So you hold up on this, and then you kind of do a slide down, but he has to be a certain level, I believe. But you do get the Sword Brothers spell. But I think he has to be a certain level. And you'll see when he gets to that level, he'll kind of... the sword will look different. And he'll kind of like fly around the screen real fast and then disappear off the screen, then come back and he'll be different. So then you should be able to use the Sword Brothers spell. So there's that. Now, okay, there's them guys. I want to stay above these guys, but stay low enough that we clear this map. There we go. We got that whole spot cleared there. This is a pretty cool fountain. And once you stand by it, though, it just slowly turns to blood. But those guys are quite annoying, too. But like I said, all these monsters we will eventually fight and just walk through them all instead of avoid them. But for now, it's just quicker just to go around them. You'll get enough experience and levels to kind of not really be bothered too much by them as you play through the game more. But hidden secret in this area, which I think is the only one in this area. And here's the other fairy card. So that's the fairy card we was looking for that sings the song. If you get the Rondo of Blood, Symphony of the Night bundle, that is the fairy that will sing a song once you sit in a chair for so long. And now we found this spot. Took us right back here. Just a little loop. Now, let's see, what would be the quicker way? Probably go back through and just fall down, hit the teleporter. No, just go back down and around. Yeah, probably. I could go that way too. Yeah, let's hit the teleporter and go that one that way. That'd just be probably about the quickest route I can think of. There is supposedly another really good weapon on here that I believe I got in one of my playthroughs, but I never really use it because I'm just hooked on this one single sword I keep talking about, and I can't wait to show you that sword. But there is a sword that gets stronger the more blood it absorbs, basically. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, we got a rare item drop from him. Heck yeah. But yeah, the more blood it absorbs, the stronger it gets. So, pretty nifty sword, but not my favorite sword in the game. There you go. Oh, and he dropped his rare drop, which is the Bastard Sword, which we already had one of those, but still pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, yeah, I forgot these freaking skeletons are going to be down here throwing boomerangs at me. Oh, wait. And another reason why you don't kind of want to go into the underground cavern right off the rip, like I did in previous, like I did it in previous walkthroughs, is because you can't get everything in the area until you get the bat transformation. So you have to go there when you get the bat, which that area I was just in is probably one of the harder ones. So that's probably one of the last areas you're supposed to go. That's why that boss was such a struggle, I guess you could say, and why he almost killed me, but it wasn't even close. You know, I didn't break a sweat. I wasn't sweating. I wasn't afraid. So now we're heading down to the underground cavern. And here we are in the underground caverns. Oh, thank you, sword. I appreciate that. Those spear guys are quite annoying, but one axe throw kills them usually. But you see, they kind of hit you from the bottom. They'll like extend their little javelin thing up in the air and hit you, and they got a pretty good range on it. But nope, I do not want the holy water. Some heart max here. And over here is a breakable wall. and you get the bandana. And that wall is not breakable, so don't waste your time with that. Let's see what this does. Okay, so Stone Mask is still one of my better items. Grant to still Helm's good, but it drops my intelligence by 3, and that only gives me 1 more defense, so we're just going to keep the Stone Mask on for now. So we're going to cut this way, because this way will take you back around to that other area, and then we'll just have to climb back up. Okay. That's what we was looking for. I believe this way. Yeah, this takes you to another item up this way. Yeah. Okay, so this wasn't the one route I was thinking about. So, life max. We're going to go ahead and collect that. We'll make our way back down. Just continue going down. Missed him. Oh well. Shiitake mushroom. Toadstool. So this is the part of the underground caverns where we can go. So you can go that way, or you can go this other way, which I'm going to show you. If you just would have kept going down, it would have took you here. But we have to clear this whole entire gray area out anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and fly up. But actually, you know what? We're just going to gravity jump. Make it funner. Whee! Whee! And then we'll turn into a bat. But basically, right here is the path we went, which took us down and around. So that's all that is. It just takes you in a little loop kind of thing. But we're going to stop here. This is $400, so we definitely need that. And then you want to just fly straight across. Don't want the stopwatch. We are going to be using the Holy Rod for this next fight, because this next fight that we're about to get into is a succubus, and it's a demon, and a Holy Rod will just do a little bit more damage to her. But I mean, I can just beat her with my jewel knuckles until she dies. So what these meal tickets are, basically, oh, and that's the Moonstone pendant. That's the one I was talking about earlier when I grabbed the Mystic pendant. Yeah, that's the pendant I was trying to tell you guys about. That thing's really nice. It boosts like all your stats after nightfall. So we'll see if it's night, because you can't really tell in game. Like I said, the only way you can really know, see how all my stats go up? It literally takes up everything. And improve status after sunset. So we know that it's after sunset. But there's a save point there, and then you come into this room, and there's this save point, but it looks different than the others. So before we go in that, we're just going to use these meal tickets. You just equip them, and then you use them like you're kind of just attacking with a weapon. And you just get food. That's all it basically does. It just gives you food. Where is my Holy Rod? Right here. So we're going to put this on, because like I said, it's a demon, and we're about to see what's going to happen. Nightmare. Let's see what this is about.
Mother!
Alucard, is that you?
I'm coming, Mother! I'll save you!
No, Alucard! Stay away!
Mother!
It's all right. If my death can save others, I gladly surrender my life.
No! I won't let this happen!
It's too late. Just stay with me. Hear my last words to you.
Yes, Mother.
Humans. You cannot live with them. You can only hate them, do them harm.
What?
Theirs is such a hard lot. Release them from their pain. Begin with the ones who killed me.
No, it wasn't like this.
Alucard, what's wrong?
My mother never said such a thing.
What do you mean? I am your mother. Do as I say. Release them. Kill them.
No, you are not my mother. What kind of demon are you?
Strong enough to break my spell, hmm? I like that.
You deserve worse than death for this, demon.
Then give it to me, little boy. Don't be shy.
That's kind of an awkward little thing to say. Then give it to me, little boy. Don't be shy. I mean, so basically she has these illusions and you just got to keep running and hitting them all until you find the right one. Then she has that attack, which is easy to avoid, but I'm bad right now, so just don't mind me. I just did not avoid that either. But she's dead now.
Darkling, I smell your blood, your hunger. That strength, that beauty. You really are the son of Lord Dracula.
Death in the dream world will set your soul wandering for eternity, demon.
Wait! I beg of you!
So we killed her and we get the gold ring for killing her. But yeah, that little intro was not in the original, that little line she said there. Don't be shy, little boy. Give it to me. I mean, come on, that's kind of awkward. You know, this is supposed to be a T for teen game, and I don't think that should have been in here, but what do I know, you know? I like the original lines, which if I can get my PlayStation to work, my old PlayStation, and get a capture card, I would like to do another one with the original actors and stuff, but that'll probably be something in the future. Okay, so we got the gold ring. It says where, and then ... clock ... Okay, so where and clock. So we need to wear this ring by a clock is all we know. So but this is one of the 3 items that you need to get the good ending in the game. So we are going to make our way there eventually. Let's hit the save point. Check our time, see how much time we have left. We should still be good for a little bit longer, but I'm just going to double check. Okay, we still got about 30 minutes, so I'll try to get as much of this done as I can. So there's another secret down here, but you don't need to go this way just yet. And here's the mini boss fight. And the mini boss is dead. Scylla worm. And you cannot stay in this water, so what you want to do is just keep jumping on these platforms, because if you stay in the water, you see my health start going down like that, because we need a certain item that'll prevent us from taking damage underwater. We got pot roast there. And over here is Scylla. So we've had like 3 boss fights in this game. So what I like to do, like I said, you get behind her here. You kind of glitch behind her. And then you just stand here and just keep punching. It's the easiest way to do it. Quickest, easiest, by far. You see how quickly we just end her. If you stand on those platforms, you're going to be dodging all of her attacks, trying to get rid of her snakes so they don't hit you, and then it's just a headache. So just turn into a mist, get in that little gap behind her, destroy the snakes that keep coming backwards towards you, and then just punch her with the little dog heads. And that's how you kill her. Basically easy, quick, simple. That took us like a minute, if that. But we got the crystal cloak now. So crystal cloak, enchanted semi-invisible cape. That takes our concentration up 2, our luck up 1, and our defense up 1. Not our intelligence. My bad. But it's cool. It's like a see-through cape. So if you stand here like this, you kind of look camouflage. Kind of like Naruto. You know how they do those little like hiding things, basically, where they just hide. And they use like some kind of like covering or something to hide. It's basically the same thing, basically. That one was... I can't remember what sword that was I just got, but... well... Well, we don't need it anyway. Scimitar. There we go. So... I think I already had one of those, right? Or did it just put it up here? In one of these empty spots. Yeah, right here. Scimitar. Now the water's back down, so we can just make our way back over this way. And we're back here. And then, like I said, down there is another area, but we don't need to go that way yet because we have to do a certain thing here and then come back to this area. So that's what we're going to try to do. And that's where we came down from the first time. These frogs are quite annoying, especially the little ones. But you just push this block in here. Then these guys are like, oh no, what's happening? I can't breathe underwater. Oh no, ah! And then they die. I mean, you don't have to push that block in there. I mean, you can just miss right past them and they can't hit you. But down in here, we need to go in there. There's some stuff down inside the water there that we will get, but we need that item first before we get under the water. So we avoid the water at all cost, for right now at least. Then down here is the catacombs, but there is a certain way you have to do it, which we will get to it. But that is the wooden bridge, so just remember that, and you will see why I said that. Now this, I usually end up just getting this, even though I don't need to. I can just wait till I get the item I need, but why not? Alright, so you just fly over that waterfall, then you hit this button, and you pick up that. See how it says something appear by the wooden bridge? And you seen him destroy that bridge, so we basically need him to destroy that other wooden bridge so we can get down to that area. Secret boots behind a waterfall here. And then a hidden cave behind the waterfall. And a life max up. Now all the secret boots do is basically just makes Alucard taller. It has no other purpose but to make him taller. That's it. That's all it does. So it's kind of a waste of time to even wear them because you don't have no use for them, really. Let's... I have to get that square cleared out here before long, but... Alright, let's continue. Might have got it cleared out, might just be delayed. Like I said, it does that sometimes. And here's the ferryman.
Welcome aboard, O Prince. Shall I guide thee across the river?
So basically, since we can't move through the water, we need him to kind of just take us across the water so we don't take a lot of damage navigating through this area. So when you get on this boat, you just want to kind of hold down. That way you avoid the bats. The bats don't hit you, knock you off the boat and into the water, and then you have a hard time getting back to the boat. So just hold down and just let him continue to go. So then we get the merman statue. That's an item we need to get back to that first area right before the mini boss fight I showed you. And I will show you what that does. Merman statue right here. Summons the oarsman. So that basically just summons the ferryman. And there's another dock in that area I told you not to go to yet because we needed a certain item. So that is why we didn't go there yet. We will have to come back through here and clear some of these gray spots off the map. But I can probably do that like off stream. That way I ain't kind of just boring you with the walking around trying to get all the black spots on the map cleared. I mean, you can just jump up and hit them as long as you don't fall off the boat. You're good. We're going to go up here first. This will take you back to the beginning of the castle. Right where we fought the merman. Step on this switch, open this up. And then it takes you right back to this spot. So it's a little shortcut. We're going to head back through there because we got that spot cleared out now. Minus that gray spot. But like I said, I'll probably do that off the recording, so I'm not doing some boring stuff and you guys get bored watching me, or, you know. I mean, it's kind of a chill game. It's relaxing. It's fun. It's enjoyable to me. I mean, I hope some of you guys find this game to your liking and end up buying it and trying it out yourself and just using this as a walkthrough guide and just enjoy the game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Like, easy. I've played it so much and I still play it. I beat it multiple times and I still play it. I'll get on a little break here where I just don't feel like playing it after a while, and then like a year or two later I'm like, you know what, I'm going to play Castlevania Symphony at night again. So then I'll just play it again. So we need him to destroy this bridge. So we had to kill him there, unfortunately. And he already threw his barrel. So what we're going to do here is we're going to unlock this area before we head to that other area. So you want to keep his head kind of just like barely off screen, and take your sword familiar off because he will end up killing that guy, and you don't want him to die yet. You basically want to lead him over this way. Just keep his head like right on the edge of the screen. Then once you get here, just stop. Have him throw the barrel, he blows it up, and that's how you get to the catacombs. which we're not going to go there yet because we still got to get an item in here and collect some other things. But the boss fight in the catacombs is pretty cool. You actually fight Cerberus, the gatekeeper of hell in Greek mythology, basically. The guard dog of Hades. So that is your fight in there. And then there's another fight with this giant, like, weird looking, like, tentacle, alien looking monster, but he has all these bodies wrapped around him. It's kind of hard to explain. You just have to see it for yourself to kind of understand it. But we're going to fall all the way back down, and we're finally going to go this way. And now that we have the merman statue, this guy will show up here.
Thy destiny awaits, O Prince.
And again, you just hold down and just let him go. Especially here because there is some low-hanging parts like right here. If you're standing up, it'll push you right off the boat. So just hold down and just let him go. We'll get that ring on our way back through. It's not going to disappear. Soundtrack's really good too. I've actually sit there while I was at work and listened to the soundtrack, you know, just all these little musical things. They're kind of just, it's kind of relaxing, you know, and it's just, I don't know. It feels nice just to listen to it. This is what we need right here. It's the holy symbol, and basically it's our snorkel so we don't take damage from water. See? Protection while underwater. So now to do a little test here, we can just duck under the water and we don't lose any health. So now we can explore all of the water. So I like to jump on this boat, get him to go, because we don't need him anymore, and then we just start collecting some items while we're here. Alright, we want to make sure there's a solid white line there because that tells you that you've cleared the area good enough. Okay, jump straight up, make sure that ain't the ring that we're missing that we left there. Okay. And here's the ring, so we're going to go ahead and just jump up here, get that, drop back down here. And just continue to walk along the bottom of this water here so we can get this whole area clear. And we get another life max. Always nice. So I played this game one time so much that my hit points were actually well over 1,000 hit points, and I was like level 80 something, 79, 80, around there, give or take. So yeah, I played it a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and save it here since we got that area done. See how much time we have left on the recording. Got about 15 minutes, so hopefully we can get all these items quick enough. All right, bud. If you want to avoid taking too much damage from these dudes, you just kind of go ahead and equip this shield. and you can block their shields. Oh, I put that on the wrong one. I hit the wrong button. Don't do that to yourself because it is bad. Alright, so we're going to put on that Herald shield right here. So now every time we block an attack, we get hearts. If we're low. So that's fun. And then we go up here and get the Nunchaku, which is nunchucks, basically. We don't really need to kill that guy, so we're just going to keep moving. And that Echo of a Bat really doesn't do any damage, but it is for a certain area that we are getting ready to head to, which is the Catacombs. So once we get to the Catacombs, we will need the Echo of a Bat for a certain part. But there is a different way that I've done it. You're supposed to use the Echo of a Bat to get through it, but you can do it a different way instead of doing it that way. But I just like doing it my way because it's kind of dangerous, and you'll see why when I get there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to just skip that gray part over there, and we're going to head straight down to the Catacombs because we got all these items under the water. So we're just going to drop down. Yep, and this is the Catacombs. I mean, just listen to the music. Like, just listen to it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so relaxing. It really is. And we're going to go ahead and save it again. Now, I can show you this boss fight, but I need holy water because holy water works pretty good against this boss, and I will show you why. So we're going to want our jewel knuckles back on for sure. And here's the boss fight. There he is. There's Cerberus. So if you stand up on his platforms, he'll kind of just like angle up and try to shoot you. So you want to just throw a little bit of holy water on him, see how quick I'm doing that damage to him. You cannot block his attacks. And that's why I use the holy water on him. Jump on a platform, get him to shoot his fire up top, you throw holy water down on him, he's dead. That easy. So before this recording stops, which is in 12 minutes, there's a secret up here. You see that little switch? You need a specific familiar to open that up for you, which is the demon card, but we have the end demon card, so he will work. Now, if he doesn't activate the thing, what you want to do is walk out, walk back in, then he'll fly right up to it.
Hey, what's this? Some kind of switch? I much prefer shiny red buttons, but this will do.
And this is going to be the Venus weed. Yeah. So this is this area down here, and this is one of my other favorite items to wear, the Ring of Ares. But you get peanuts, barley tea, and power of sire if you knock out that wall. So before we go too much further into this, I'm going to try to get to the save point. I'm just going to skip over these guys right now. I'm going to try to get to the save point real quick. That way, on the next video, we will make our way through the catacombs, since we already cleared the underground caverns, pretty much, except for the gray areas. But like I said, I can probably just do that off stream. But any of those black areas that you see on your map, you basically want to just make extra uber sure that you have all of them unlocked. So I should, yeah, I have about 9 minutes left. So I'm just going to run toward those gray areas and try to get the most out of this stream. But the next video, we will pick right back up here in this area, because I'm going to walk you through this area next. And you already got those secrets and stuff that were there. And that's the only way you can activate that switch, is if you have the demon card. So make sure you equip him, and then before you go into that room, and he'll go right over to the switch and activate it. But basically, we want to wear this because this gives us the strength of 24 men. So as you see, it takes our attack from 47 to 71, but it drops your defense down to 1. So yeah, we're definitely going to wear this, but not right now because we really don't need it. Maybe in the boss fight I'll put it on. Maybe. Haven't decided. But you do a lot of damage, but you take a lot more damage too if you're not careful, if you don't know how to fight the enemies properly and stuff. So I definitely don't recommend doing it just yet, because once you get done with a certain area in this game, you actually have to go to another area, and in this area, oh yeah, we got 2 aquamarines and stuff. Yeah, big chilling now. But anyway, I got distracted by that because I was trying not to get too much damage done by that little green frog, but as you see, they're quite annoying. But yeah, so we're going to go through the catacombs. We're going to get all of that stuff done. I'm going to go and clear these gray areas out. But I'm trying to kind of just, like I said, extend this video to its max time of an hour, the recording. So I'm just kind of bullcrapping with you guys right now because I don't want to get started on the catacombs, because the video will probably end like once I get to the good parts, and I don't want to have to like kind of get you guys lost, more or less. So yep, that area cleared because it's now blue. So heck yeah, that's a dub. I mean, we still have 7 minutes. I could start that area. I think there might be a save point down there, but I don't know how far it is. So yeah, I do recommend you guys get this game and play it. Like, I mean, you see me play it, you probably don't want to play it. You're like, oh, I'll watch you beat it. I don't want to beat it. I ain't gonna get to experience that stuff. But it's different to experience it for yourself as opposed to watching somebody else play it. Now, like, the guards and stuff are really nice. Don't get me wrong. But you just got to play a game for yourself to see if you like it or not. And that's how I personally feel. And this game is, like I said, it's one of my favorite games of all time. I've played it a bunch of times. I still continue to play it. And my buddy, he asked me to do this walkthrough for him, so he better be getting on here and watching this walkthrough, you know, and beating this game instead of waiting for me to beat it for him, because I had to beat his Ocarina of Time and Symphony of the Night and all that stuff because he couldn't beat it, which I think was just a load of bull blunky, honestly. Could have been wrong, but I honestly don't believe that he couldn't beat this game by himself. Like, I mean, I played through this. I missed a lot of items, you know, so I kind of understand where he's coming from with it. And that's the Salem Witch that I was talking to you about earlier. These guys are a little bit weaker against the Ice Brand sword. So they have Ice Brand, Fire Brand, and Thunder Brand swords, which basically just do elemental damages. You know? And right here's the demon card. So we're going to go ahead and grab that. And we're going to go straight across here to this area. And this is just basically another teleporter. So we can just teleport down here if we ever need to come down here for anything. But we're going to get everything, our first walkthrough of this area, because I got everything that I need to get everything in this area. If that makes sense. So. I missed that item, but it's okay. Now, I'm trying to think. I think that way is the one area. Yep, and then this is the Karma Coin and the Combat Knife. So, yep, 50 damage. So that's better than my Jewel Sword. So that's a pretty nifty little weapon. But basically, that's just one area. Then you go through this door, and it takes you to a whole new area, which is the Catacombs. Which I called that other place Catacombs because it kind of technically is the Catacombs, but it's technically not the Catacombs. But just walk straight through this save. I think there is a, yep, secret over here. Bloodstone pendant. Well, not a secret. It's an item. But that is the necklace I was telling you about. So that improves blood healing. So whenever you use your Dark Metamorphosis, instead of getting like 8 health, say you get like 16 or something like that. Is basically all that does. It's fairly nice, not too bad. But I use the Ring of Ares and the Moonstone pendant up until you get closer to fighting Dracula, and then you want to take the Moonstone pendant off because it'll drop your stats, and then you want to put the Sunstone pendant on, which basically gives you more attack and all that fun stuff. But yeah, these are the werewolf skeletons, so they're pretty cool. But yep, we're about 50 seconds away from the thing, so we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to run back to the save point again real quick and save it, and we're going to let this timer end. And once I find a place to sit down in the castle, I will put the other fairy on and let you listen to the fairy song, because she does sing you a song, which is pretty cool. I like how they added that in there. It's pretty dope. Which is this fairy. See, she has a green dress on. Then the other one has the blue one. So, but that's going to be it. I will post a video tomorrow. I will see you guys then. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you later. Peace.